Good morning. This is Wayne Blau with another smart profit maximizing moment. Happy Valentine's Day. Even put a red shirt on for today. Why not? Don't forget it's Valentine's Day, guys. Ladies, why not? Trust me, never turn down a gift. Let's adjust that a little bit. There we go. Anyways, I am Wayne Blau. I am the Smart Business Profit Maximizing Coach. I'm a local CPA working with small businesses for over 40 years. I've earned every one of these gray hairs. Plus I have 3 kids, so that didn't help. One of the things that I run into a lot of times is my business owners complaining that they spend all day answering questions from their employees and putting out fires. If the business owner seriously is dedicated to using their time the way they're supposed to, 80% of their time should be used to increase sales and to deliver a quality product. All right. If they're serious about that, then they need to eliminate 90% of these interruptions. Okay. The best way to accomplish this, and you guys have heard this, it sounds like a lot of work. So I'm going to give you some simple ways to do it. Okay. Is systems. All right. Let's face it. Your business has systems now. You just might not have done them. You might not have created them. You definitely haven't documented them. So, do you want to design your systems and the resulting customer experience, or are you going to let your employees do it on the fly? That's really the question. Who's going to design the systems for your business? You or your employees as they do what they think is best, or more likely, easiest. Not necessarily always best. The second biggest reason is it makes it much easier to manage your employees. Look, people are impossible to manage. We can't even manage ourselves. Let's be honest about it. How many people set New Year's resolutions and still are doing them today on February 14th? Raise your hand. I don't expect to see many hands. Okay. Excuse me. I followed up with the doctor, said the cough is the last thing to go. Yet told me to keep doing what I'm doing, which, okay. Anyways, so apologize for the cough. The best thing to do, in a better way, is to understand that you can't really manage people. People are almost impossible to manage, but you can manage systems. You put a system in place, and then you train your employees to follow the system, and then you put things in place to improve the systems. All right, and document it. I'm going to tell you at the end. Hopefully, y'all remember. At the end, I'm going to tell you how to document the systems very, very easily. All right. Now, understand, once you have systems in place, you're managing the system, not the employees. For us, putting a tax return together is a documented system that every employee who assembles a tax return uses. All I have to do is sign a return is review that the system was followed. If I find an error, there's no argument, okay? Because I have communicated in advance what the process is and what the results should be. Think about that. I already told them what it should look like and what steps need to be taken. All right. First thing to understand, even the systems you got in place now, and even the systems your employees have done, which look good, you have to understand that every system can be improved. All right. As long as you're willing to do all the work required to document your system. And that really does take some time. All right. I sat down and actually walked through the life cycle of a tax return from before they show up to after they leave, to be honest about it. And even if your systems are in place, we're constantly improving them. We're looking for holes, all right? So where do you start? That's what business owner says. Where do I start? Well, it's really very simple. I don't really think it's that hard. I mean, the goal of every business is to consistently deliver a high quality product or service, all right, that meets or exceeds the customer's wants and desires. So I ask you, what is the one area of your business that would have the greatest effect on increasing your sales and profit if you were to improve it? What is the one area that if you improved it would have the biggest increase in profits and sales? All right, both go together. Do that one first. For us, that was the lifeblood of the tax return, because that was where the vast majority of our business was coming at the time. All right. In truth, every system should be put through the systems documentation improvement process. And I'm going to read this to you because it's pretty long. And if you want a copy of this, I have it on an article, and I'll be happy to send it to you. But if you want to take notes, you're happy to do that too. Here's an outline of the process I recommend and that I use. I have a sheet that I start off. What is the purpose of each task? We're doing systems for tasks usually. Describe what it looks like when it's successfully done. Have the employee outline, and I usually work with the employee to help me with this. Have the employee outline in detail every step required to complete the task. Number 4, identify decision points. Where does a decision have to be made? All right. Make a decision tree that documents how the employee reaches a decision. It's no longer up to them, and they don't have to come ask you every time. They get to that decision point and they go, da, 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 da. You know, if this is there, 1. If this is here, 2. This is this, 3. If none of these apply, come see the manager or come see me. You always put that in there, but they have the first 3 or 4 items are 90% of what happens, so they don't have to come bug you. List all the external information that the employee must have in order to complete a task. All the items they should have so that they don't, so that they can go through a checklist and go, I'm supposed to have this, I'm supposed to have that, I'm supposed to have this, I'm supposed to have that, I'm supposed to have their name, I'm supposed to have their social security number, I'm supposed to have their date of birth, whether they have dependents, okay? Working with the employee, describe how the employee system affects your customer, both positively and negatively. This is important. You don't want to put things in place that make it harder for the customer to do business with you. And this is how it happens. People put systems together to make their life easier, not the customer's life easier. So this is an important step to have in there to make sure that you're not doing that. Together with the employee, list possible ways the system can be improved to do 1 of 2 things usually. Be completed more quickly and at less cost, and make the customer's experience more enjoyable. And don't put the customer in there again. I want to get the employee to think about that, okay? 8, list potential measurement indicators that can be used by management to measure the effectiveness of the system. That's important because you're not going to look at every single item, so you need to come up with a benchmark that you can look at so that you can see when things are starting to flow, that you need to step in and look at the system again. Number 9, design a system to capture the data needed to measure results and provide timely management reports. Number 10, list the skills that the employee must have in order to perform the task. Determine who is the most logical person for that task. Should it be shifted to another employee or can it be eliminated entirely? This takes a lot of work, but I'll be honest with you. I've saved money almost every time I've done it and definitely improved the quality of what we've put out. 11, decide who has the authority to change the final system of the task. All right, who has the ability to do that? Decide who and how often the system will be reviewed for possible change, improvement, or elimination, and put it on your calendar. Now, I'm not talking about all systems. We're not talking about a system for turning on the lights and opening the store in the morning. We're talking about that vital system that gets the customer and helps you deliver the product. That one at least needs to be documented. All right? Finally, estimate the amount of time it should take to complete the task. That way somebody knows. I handed something to somebody one time. I forgot, I just didn't tell them. It shouldn't take them more than 4 or 5 hours. Person got lost in the weeds. I was busy. It was right before April 15th. I come by to see how progress is, and they're still working on the same one 2 days later. Whose fault is that? It's not the employees. I didn't tell them how long it should take, and if they get to 3 hours and they haven't made progress, they better come see me. All right? I promised you that I would make it easy for you to do it. Go to YouTube and search for the perfect paper airplane. More likely than not, you're going to find a video that has well over 5 million hits. And all it is, the guy starts off with an airplane that he flies off his back porch, and it goes a heck of a long way. So what he's doing is he's doing the first step. What should it look like when it's done? Then it has an overhead camera where no sound, might be music, I don't know, I think it's just the folding of the paper. No words, it just shows him actually folding a paper airplane, and at the end he flies it again. That is documenting a physical process. We all have a phone in our pocket that has an excellent camera. If you have somebody that's doing something, record them as they're doing it, and that way you have a physical system done, like how to properly load a delivery truck. That's one that I've actually done with a client. And it saved time and cut down one full driver because it was put together correctly. That saved quite a bit of money. All right. The second one is for things that are on the computer. There's some simple screen capture programs that are out there, just search. I don't even remember what I'm using anymore. I'm not going to guarantee it's even the best. It's one I've had for a lot of years, so maybe I should go ain't broke, don't fix it mentality. And it's not high on my priority list, all right? It does what I need, so I use it. All right? But that's what it does. I turn on the headphones, and I explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I use this a lot when I'm training clients on QuickBooks on a particularly tough entry, where I'll walk them right through what to do and then send them a copy of the video. Actually, I post it to YouTube and make it private and share the link with them. That's an excellent way for you to be able to do it. 2 very easy ways to document the system after you've done the 13 steps that I listed above. Again, if you want the steps, shoot me an email, wayne@wjb-cpa.com. Again, Wayne, W-A-Y-N-E, @WJ as in John, B as in boy, -CPA.com. Systems are vital, all right? They really are. And truthfully, every time I mention systems, the business owner's like rolls their eyes, shakes their head, and goes, yeah, I know I'm supposed to do them. Too much work. Don't do them for everything. Do it for what's vital. Do it for what is important to delivering a quality product and a quality experience for your customer, client, patient, whatever you call them, every single time. That's the one that needs to be done. No exceptions. Hey, until next time, happy Valentine's Day, and this is Wayne Belisle saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever.